So it's
So
very interesting, Suhana. I mean, what you went through, it's really, I know it's, I would say it's bravo to you, the whatever went through. It's not easy being a single woman, and then all the journey that you started with zero and now where you are. But it's really marvelous. And everybody, like I said, like you said, that if women has a power inside more than men, but I think they don't discover it because by the time they discover, they're already into the entrapped in the family issues and a lot of things, and then it's probably for somebody it's too
Mhm.
late to come out. But and like we were actually having a guest last week, and she went through a lot as well. And then some people just stay in the marriage for decades, and then they can
Yeah.
come out for whatever reason they are. And we are not saying that you should, but I think there are people who are, like I said, they fake it. So a lot goes on, but I'm really just, it's a bravo to you that whatever you went through and then you came out of it.
I just wanted to make my kids proud of me, and I don't want them to go through the same thing. And yes, I actually I got married again in 2018. I thought I fall in love with someone that I was waiting for some personality. He was the guy I was waiting for. That's how I felt it. But the bad news is it is worse than first time. So my I was totally damaged solely. I was totally, uh, uh, what do you call? I was so went through so
shattered.
much therapist to find out myself because the person I was in the with the narcissist. So I don't know. You guys probably hasn't know what is narcissist is. They
Oh,
kill.
we know. Yeah, we
Yeah.
Oh, we
we
know.
talk about that a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
oh, that's I think a
Oh,
lot.
this word is everywhere now.
I know this narcissist thing is so much, but a lot of people, a lot of women doesn't know about this. I mean, guys as well. I think. Uh,
Unfortunately, Suhana, these days the stats say that narcissism is increasing more, especially the young people
why
are
is that?
more narcissistic. Yeah, especially the young boys. They are so adamant; they just want their way, and the psychologists say the number is increasing more higher, and it's very sad because relationship will affect with that narcissism in their family.
And
And
Because
I
see
having a
would
the
life
like
coach, why
yeah.
is that? What Kalpana is saying, that narcissism is increasing, and young boys are becoming more narcissistic. Uh, as a life coach, what do you feel?
So, of course, I can't say or speak about narcissism from a psychologist perspective, but I can tell you from what I have discovered. One of the things with that is having a sense of self importance and kind of self wanting other people to kind of acknowledge that I exist and I'm awesome sort of behavior. And
validation.
that, yes, validation. And it leads to abuse as well. Now, if we look into statistics, women are reaching up there too. I would like to go back to Sohana's story of how the upbringing is. The reason I have discovered majority of the Desi men show the tendencies of control,
Mhm.
narcissism, and entitlement is, let's be frank, our Desi culture is raising children to make women, or used to make women submissive and very nurturing and attentive to the details of other people because they're by nature nurturers. And men are deprived of experiencing emotions. They don't cry. You have to, their violent behavior or, showing that kind of aggression
Aggression.
is
Because
justified.
the women want love because they want to bond with men, but sometimes they could be sarcastic, and they don't communicate directly, and it just receives in a different way, and then men fight for always control and power. That's what happens, and that's where the disconnection happens. Like we were talking, like the marriage is a long-term relationship, and it has to have a mutual benefit. If that does not happen over the period of time, the disconnection starts occurring, and the more the gap is, that's what occurs all these fights and divorces and all this depression rates are hiring because there's no mutual benefit after you get married. It has to happen
It's
too.
lack of communication, right? It's
A lack of
missing for us as
Yep,
well.
communication.
absolutely,
But Johanna, I
absolutely.
have to tell you that your voice was so melodious and it was
Yeah.
so beautiful, and your singing just touched my heart. And I wish you joy and happiness from the bottom of my heart. And I hope, you know what, just take chances on life again, because yes, our happiness does not come from our from a spouse or from other people. It
Mhm.
does come from within us. But having companions around you sometimes, they help bring that smile on your face, because sometimes life does get lonely.
Uh-huh.
And